Hey y'all, this is Destiny tuning in with today's Daily Diamond. Hey family, as always, I would like to say welcome to anybody who is new and checking out the podcast. I thank you for the support. And as always, welcome back to those of you who have been with me since the jump. As of yesterday, we officially crossed the 4.8K downloads mark. So thank you for all of the support. I guess I really need to hurry up and figure out what I'm gonna do for this 5K giveaway, because this number is approaching a lot faster than I thought. I promise I'm not going to forget to make a post today about the 5K giveaway. Please make sure that you like and comment below the post so that you can give me some ideas, because I have no idea what to give away for this 5K giveaway. Now, before I jump into today's topic, you know that I have to thank my lovely sponsors. So first, we have the only hair that I wear, the Royal Crown Extensions. Make sure you check out Royal Crown Extensions for your lashes, your bonnets, your bundles, your closures, and your wigs. Sade currently has $5 lashes, and she's located on Wayne State University's campus, so make sure that you check her out. Then, of course, we have Kisses by Chelly, the only lip gloss that I wear. Make sure you check out Shelton for her lip gloss and her lashes. I heard that there's a new shipment on the way. Then, of course, we have our up-and-coming braider, Lisha. Make sure that you check her out for your braids, your buns, your ponytails, and your curls. And last but not least, make sure that you like, subscribe, share, and comment on all of my best friends' video at Tiana Nate on YouTube. Make sure that you like, subscribe, share, and comment. Help get her subscribers up. Thank you, ladies, for supporting me, and I hope that I am extremely supportive of you. So, today is Tuesday, but yesterday was a holiday, so I would not be remiss if I didn't at least acknowledge MLK Day and thank Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. for all of the things that he has done for us as our race of people, our society, so on and so forth. And so, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., I salute you. I thank you for all of your efforts. I thank you for everything that you have done, not only for me, but for those of us who are people of color, those of us who are women out there. Thank you for your tireless efforts, and you are never forgotten. Now, on to today's topic. So today's topic was kind of another random one that kind of came up as I was thinking about life in general. And so today's topic is, who are you? And when I say who are you? As an adult, our lives are complicated, right? And in your teenage years, you begin this journey of self-discovery. And somewhere around, my mom always says 30 or older, right? You start to try to figure out who you are, right? And I don't mean necessarily what labels you. So I know that I'm a wife. I know that I'm a mom. I know that I'm an educator. I know that I'm a woman. I know that I'm black. I know all of those things, right? Those things are kind of sort of obvious. But who am I, right? When you are in your teenage years, you're on a journey of self-discovery. And sadly, you hit your 20s and maybe your 30s, and you still don't know who you are. You still are struggling to figure out who you are, who you will become, what you want to be, what you want to change to, who you want to whatever, right? And you do this thing every single day, right? You get up every day, and every day that your feet hit the floor and you are able to thank Allah, able to thank God for another day of life, you are still on this journey of self-discovery. And in this journey of self-discovery, you have to figure out who you are. And so I challenge you today, I challenge you for the rest of this week to figure out who you are. Not what labels you, but who you are. Who are you to yourself? Who are you to someone else? Who are you to the man upstairs? Who are you to your family, your brother, your sister? Who are you? And then once you decide who you are, or you think you've got an idea, because you might not decide of who you are, then I challenge you to walk in your truth. I challenge you to be exactly who you said you were going to be every day and all the time. It is so crazy to me how we run into people who knew us way back when, and they assume that we're the same. They assume that we're never going to change. They assume that the things that made us happy then still make us happy. They assume that we are still defined by those things that once at another time did define us, right? But every single day, we got a whole nother 24 hours, B, and we can use them 24 hours to become a totally different person than we were yesterday. And so if you're out there and you're listening and you're like, yeah, whatever, people don't change. Yes, people do. Yes, people do. People have to make a conscious internal decision to change, but people change. So who are you today? Who do you want to be tomorrow? Who do you want to be next week? Who do you want to be as your wife to your spouse? Who do you want to be as a husband to your spouse? Who do you want to be as a son, as a daughter, as a mother, as a coworker, as a colleague, as a professional, as a friend, as a sister, like as a confidant? Who do you want to be? Who are you? I don't know necessarily the answer to that question for everybody, right? This is a place of self-reflection. This is a place where in the Diamond brand, we work on ourselves and we think about ourselves and we deal with those life issues. But I know who I am. I know very, very clearly who I am. But don't let me sound cocky when I say who I am, right? I know who I am because I was forced to understand who I was. My mother put me in a predicament where I had to understand myself. Right? And I say forced, and I don't mean it in a negative light by any means. I never intend to use words negatively, right? But I was forced to know who I was. It was important for me to know who I am. It was important for me to know who I wanted to become. It was important for me to understand that when I looked up in the mirror, the person that was looking back at me was who I was destined to be, right? And so I ask you again, who are you? Has anybody forced you to walk in your truth? Has anybody forced you to look in the mirror at the person that you are and decide if that's who you want to become? If not, we've got some work to do. If you look in the mirror and the person looking back at you is not who you wanted it to be, we've got some work to do. If you are a young person and you are looking at yourself and you look at yourself as a student, if you are not the student that you thought you were going to be, positively or negatively, then we got some work to do. If you are a friend and you're not the friend you thought you would be, we got some work to do, right? It doesn't matter what time of day it is. It doesn't matter what day of the week it is. It doesn't matter what season it is. You always have a right to change who you are. You always have a right to become a better version of yourself than who you were. But yet again, I fall in this question of who are you? And when we talk about who we are, we have to talk about our history. Do you have knowledge of your history? Do you have knowledge of yourself? Do you have knowledge of your purpose? Do you have a very clear understanding, of who God is and how he functions in your life? Because if you don't, then you don't know who you are, right? I am a very spiritual person. I'm not necessarily super religious. It's no question to anybody who's listening that I'm Muslim. But I understand my role in the world. I understand my role as a woman. I understand my role especially as a woman in Islam, right? And so there are some things that I'm going to do or that I'm going to believe that others don't understand. But that's a part of me understanding who I am. And so if you are in this same place and you're trying to figure out who you are and trying to discover who you should be and who you should become, then I challenge you to understand your history. Understand what your skin color or your hair type or your voice or your nose or your structure or your whatever. Understand how all of those things come to play a part in your life. Understand how all of those things are necessary components of your makeup. Understand how everything that you do, from the way that you dress, from the way that you talk, the way that you move, has the influence of someone else. Understand that all of those things come into play in the body and the spirit that you look at when you look in the mirror. And understand though, even though those things come into play, you have a right to write your own destiny. You have a right to decide who it is you will become and what it is you want to do. You literally have a right to decide all of those things. And so today, this week, I challenge you to answer this question. Who are you? Who do you want to become? Who do you not want to be, right? And in figuring out who it is that we are, we got to figure out too who it is that we don't want to be. It's okay to accept some flaws in yourself. Like, I'm really annoying. I'm overly picky. I can be really, really demanding as an individual, right? And I can acknowledge all of my feelings. I can acknowledge all of the things that make me bad too. So in understanding who it is that I am, I got to understand my shortcomings. Don't walk around this world as if you have no shortcomings, because you do. We all do. But understand how those shortcomings too can positively or negatively affect who you want to become. And take the time to work on those things. Take the time to structure those things so that you can fix yourself. Don't walk around and act like you're perfect, because none of us are. Don't walk around and ignore the things that make you hard to love or hard to get along with, because those things too are important. Don't walk around here and act as if you are some perfect version of yourself, because you're not. Figure out whatever it is you need to figure out so you know who you are and who you want to become. Don't do anything other than that. Don't allow society to tell you who you are or who you should become. Don't allow the internet to tell you who you are or who you should become. Don't allow your friends to tell you who you are or who you should become. Become the person that you need to be. Be exactly who it is that you need to be for yourself, for your family, for your friends, for whomever, so that you can be the best version of yourself at all times. And that every time that you do this, understand that you have an opportunity and a right to reevaluate yourself. You have an opportunity and a right to decide, you know what? This ain't who I want to be today. I'm going to be this version of myself today. Or this isn't who I want to be tomorrow. And so I'm going to be this version of myself tomorrow. You have that right to decide who it is you want to be at all times. But make sure that who it is that you choose to be is what makes you happy. Be exactly what you want to be all the time. And don't apologize for who you are. You don't have to apologize to people for being who you are. You don't have to apologize to people for being the version of yourself that you think is best. Understand how beautiful you are and how complicated you are and what you need, because it makes you powerful. It makes you purposeful. And figure out exactly who it is that you want to become. And so as I sign out with today's Daily Diamond, that's the challenge for the week. Who are you? And who do you want to become? And be exactly who you are and who you want to become, because we want the best version of you at all times, but we want the version of you that you love. And as always, I have to apologize for the kids in the background, but you know that I'm doing a million things. And this is Destiny signing out with today's Daily Diamond. I'll see you guys soon.